So I'm gonna get us started here. So for today's workout, this is compliments of Coach Zach. So if it's super hard, blame Zach. That's good. But it is gonna be. It does look like it's gonna be a tough one. It is basically gonna be a 25-minute workout because that's kind of like the time limit that we're putting it at here. And it starts with he always calls it like a buy-in, like that's like Zach's thing, I guess, like having a buy-in of 100 slider knee tucks. Okay. So yeah, I don't know.
Oh no. It's Friday. No. Come on, Cole, make an executive decision there and override that.
What? Executive decision? I have zero executive decision you can make.
100. And I'm only working because I woke up at 4 a.m. and couldn't fall back to sleep. So
that's why you were logged on early. I was like, what? You were like more than 5 minutes early?
Yeah, and I'm only here because Chris texted me because I had too much tequila last night, so I really couldn't care.
Well, I'll never know if you don't do all 100 of the slider knee tucks. But that was what it was written for the first thing that we should do. And then after that, the goal is kind of like as many rounds as possible of this circuit of 6 exercises. So pretty much everything for these is 15 reps or 15 on each side if it's a double-sided exercise. And his thing that he wrote, like his his explanation of this was saying that you should try to use the same weight for all of these things. And I'm assuming it's just one weight here, because I think we're trying not to assume that you guys have two dumbbells or two whatever. But obviously, if any of these are too hard, like if it's going to be crazy easy with one dumbbell for something and it's going to be crazy hard for it with another, and you have multiple options for dumbbells, I'm fine with you doing that. I'm using different dumbbells, but yeah, because I know for some of these 15 reps is going to get to be a bit much. But I'm just going to go through and explain these 6 exercises. For everybody who's kind of signing on a little late here, there's like a buy-in to this exercise workout, which is like 100 slider knee tucks. So then after those 100 slider knee tucks, it goes into this circuit here. And this circuit is 6 exercises. 6 exercises going through as many times as you can in this 25 minutes. And it starts off with alternating reverse lunges. So for that, you're going to get a weight. All right, this is a small weight, but we'll be right here. You'll get your weight. Y'all can see me. And you're just going to be, I'm going to hold a goblet, and you're just going to reverse, alternating side to side for 15 on each side. And for that, obviously, if your stability level, you can just get rid of the weight and focus on form. Make sure you're doing absolutely perfect technique, full range of motion, getting the knee all the way down to the ground. And that's good. And then for the second one, this one's a little bit more of like a core tricep workout. It's called push-up position to plank, or plank to push-up position. So for these, yeah, and if you want to write these down, I see Chris writing them down. These are, since it's a circuit, these are always good ones to kind of write down in case you kind of lose track. But for these, you are starting here in this plank position, walking up to a push-up position, and then back down. That's 1 on one side, 2 on one side, 3. So you're kind of going like that for 15 in one direction. So I'm doing all 15 like this. Then I'm going to switch directions and come up on the other side for 15. All right, so 15 on one side, 15 on the other for that. It's going to challenge our core, definitely challenge our triceps too. For those, regression obviously would be if your arms start getting tired, or your core, it would be just dropping down to your knees and doing them from your knees. So that's exercise number 2. Third exercise is a half kneeling contralateral Arnold press. So that is just gonna be, so I'm kneeling, opposite hand is gonna be here. All an Arnold press means is that you're starting like your overhead press with your palm kind of like facing yourself, and then you're pressing up and facing your hand kind of away towards you guys at the top. So palms towards me, palms away. So it kind of gets a little bit more of a stretch on your like lateral medial deltoid. Okay. For this, if you're not able to do overhead shoulder stuff, you can do basically a single arm floor press for 15, and that would be fine as well if you're limited overhead. And that's the third one. So that Arnold press. All right. And for that, obviously 15 on each side. For everything I've said so far, 15 on each side. Then supine reverse crunches. Okay. So for these, supine just means you're lying on your back, hands underneath you, and you're gonna crunch in. All right. All right, so each one is one. For a regression for these, you could do single leg lifts like this and do 15. Another regression would be just bringing the knees in, not keeping them straight, not doing the push up, but just coming in like this for 15. That would be another progression to that one. So 15 of those. Then dumbbell snatches. So you'll get your dumbbell, your weight, and you're going to, I don't know if you can see me all the way back here. So start at the ground and with the weight all the way over your head. All right. So doing 15 of those on one side, 15 on the other. And then last but not least, it's like a weighted dumbbell jumping jack. And so if your weight is a bit heavier, which I'm gonna make my weight a lot heavier, but for these, normally for a jumping jack, we go all the way overhead. Since these are weighted, I'm only gonna make us come up to like roughly this height, and I'm okay if you have to like get your arm bent to get it up to that height, if that makes sense. Like the closer arm is to our body, the shorter our lever arm is, and the easier it will be to lift a heavier weight. So if you have a heavy weight, you'll be kind of right in here. If it's a little lighter, you'll maybe be able to get it out a little bit wider. But so you do 15 with it on one side, and then 15 with it on another. If that is not going to work for you, you can literally just do regular jumping jacks and just do 30 of them and going through it as fast as you can, okay? Because I don't want anybody, if you have shoulder issues and that bothers it, I don't even, if you start feeling shoulder issues, just cut it right away, cut the weight, just do regular jumping jacks. I'm totally fine with that. Awesome. Okay, everybody feeling pretty good about that? Some thumbs up, some nods. I don't see any. One thumbs up. Okay, cool. Couple thumbs up. Awesome. All right. Well, then I'm gonna get us warmed up, and then we'll get into it. All right.
So what does the buy-in do? Or do you have to do the buy-in?
So the buy-in doesn't do anything except that's kind of Zach's way of saying you have to do this before you start the rest of the circuit. And yeah, so
we had the choice.
I wish. No,
Okay,
yeah, it's just a way it's kind of like a way of doing conditioning and getting the core working hard before you start the rest of the workout. But he likes to add like a little buy-in as like a little challenge before we start the workout. Yeah, no, I wish it did something. I wish I could say it like took off reps from all the rest of the exercises or something cool like that, but not today, I guess. Maybe in future days the buy-in will do that. Cool. All right. So yeah. So once again, we'll get us warmed up. Then we'll do that buy-in, and then we'll get into the rest of it. All right. So to start off, I am gonna have us here, starting with Spider-Man's with a rotation. So push-up position, Spider-Man, each push, and we'll do 10 of those on each side. Far as we can. Good. All right. Excellent. All right. And once we are done with those, I'm going to have us doing some inchworms here. So walking down into a push-up position and walking back, touching our toes, coming on again. We'll just do 5 of these. There we go. Really trying to keep those legs straight so we get a nice stretch. There we go. All right. And once you're done with those, I'm gonna have us lying on our back, and we're gonna do those lying floor slides. So kind of a way to activate some of our rotator cuff on our back. Just lying, elbows on the ground, back of our hand on the ground. Slide your hands up, keeping the elbows and hands as close as we can keep them to the floor the entire time. Trying not to lose contact with the floor. Let's do 10 of these. There we go. There we go. All right. Once you're done with those, I'll have you come to your feet. All right, after that, I'm gonna have us do, so hands overhead. And I'm gonna have us do some pendulum lunges. So I'm gonna be coming forward and stepping back. And we'll do 10 forward and back on each side. Isabella, she says hi. Really pressing those arms back, trying to really force them to stay straight and keeping our core tight so that we're not arching our back as we do this either. These will get uncomfortable in your upper back and shoulders, and that's usually good. It means those muscles are working and activating, which will keep us safe during the shoulder presses today. All right. Excellent. All right. Once you're done with those, I'm gonna have us do a squat to hamstring stretch. So We'll get a nice wide stance. Squat down. And then stretch them out. Let's do 10 of these. Sit down as deep as you can. Flatten your back as you're doing these. So as you sit down to that squat, flatten your back. Just trying to get everything as loose as you can. Stretching as low as you can in each direction. There we go. Good. Ooh, all right. And then after that, I'm gonna have to go side to side. So we'll do our lateral squats. We'll do 5 of these on each side. So coming down, stretching, switch. Our legs are for sure gonna be warm by the time we start this. Hey Katie, do you know where my Frisbees are? You put them back in the car? Garage. I don't know. You want them? I want to use them for sliders. Sliders today, but I don't really have any. Want me to put it on? Yeah. Go. Good. All right, once we're done with those, shake them out a little bit. All right, then I'm going to have us do our single leg hop series. So we'll do 10 hops forward and back on each foot. And then after we're done with these forward and back hops on each foot, then we'll go side to side. Working on a little bit of dynamic balance. Always good. Warming up some of the smaller muscles in your kind of calf region. All right. And then once we're done with these, we'll do 25 jumping jacks and then we'll get started. Perfect. All right. All right, guys. So we're going to get going here. So once again, like I was saying, buy-in is going to be 100 slider knee tucks with whatever kind of slider you have, or I'll never know if you don't actually do all 100. Then after that, it'll be kind of choosing a dumbbell, going through alternating lunges, plank to push-up position, half kneeling Arnold press, okay? Supine reverse lunges, so that lying on our back, crunching our legs in, all right? And then dumbbell snatches going all the way down to all the way up, all right? And then jumping jacks with a dumbbell. So one side at a time, using that jump for sure. You're gonna really want the jump to kind of help get the momentum of the weight up. Yeah, and that's gonna be one time through. And the goal on this obviously is to get through it as many times as you can with whatever you have remaining. So get your sliders, get your weight, and then we will get started with that, okay?
And how much time is there on the clock to do this as many times as possible?
It'll be a 25-minute running clock. Yep. So I'm just gonna get a timer here set for 25 minutes. So whenever 25 minutes runs out, then we'll stop kind of wherever we're at. So if you want to kind of remember roughly where we're at in this, or if you want to get a timer set up too, so you can kind of have an idea of where we're at in this, that would be awesome. All right. So I'm gonna get that going here. 25 minutes. Come down. All right. Are y'all ready? We're gonna start with those slider knee tucks. I'm gonna get the timer going here, starting in 10. You probably can't see it. I'll turn the volume up so you can hear it at least. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slider knee tucks. All right. Oh, this is gonna be rough. These don't slide as easy as my wood floors. Oh no. There we go. I'm only at 20. We're going to 100. 100.
Heart.
Oh, I would say we're going to 100. Here we go, guys. Oh my goodness. Kind of taking them down 20 at a time here. Just not so good. It's gonna take me a little while. Whew. Oh. Whew. My arms and shoulders are on fire right now. Holy smokes. Whew. All right, keep pushing. Oh, oh, I got 20 more. Whew. All right. Once you are done with those, whew, we're gonna get going on that circuit. All right. So finish strong on that. I'm gonna get my weight ready. All right. So once again, the circuit starts with alternating reverse lunges. Everything is 15 on each side. Here we go. We got 20 minutes and 50 seconds to go. So a little more than 4 minutes have gone by. 15. Oh my gosh, okay. Done with those. I think I chose the wrong weight. Holy smokes. All right, once we're done with alternating reverse lunges, we'll go into that plank to push-up position. Oh gosh, those are hard. I got one of my sides done for that. Ooh. And honestly, I feel like the trick to these plank push-up positions is just going as fast as you possibly can. On these, don't be afraid to use that regression of the knees. There we go. Oh my gosh. Woo. Yeah, 15 on each side is a killer for that. Oh my goodness. All right. Once we're done with that, it'll be that half kneeling Arnold press. So on one knee. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go change my weight. This is too much. Oh. And the goal on this is 15 on each side. If you get to the point where you have to stop, I would say just switch sides and kind of keep track where you left off. And then these, try to make sure you're not arching your back at all. Oh. Two, three, 5, 6. Awesome. Okay. All right, once we're done with those, it'll be that supine reverse crunch, so we're lying on our back. All right. And crunching those legs and shooting them to the sky. All right. As fast as you can. Whew. All right. All right, looking good. Looks like some of us are working on those overhead presses. They are killer. Yeah, I definitely need to alternate on those. And then after those, after you start and do those supine, reverse crunches where you're crunching your legs in, shooting them to the sky. We will be doing dumbbell snatches, 15 on each side with those. So backing up, down to the floor, up to the sky. And on these, obviously, there's no built-in rest, so take a rest as you need it. Control your heart rate. I don't want anybody passing out, hurting themselves when we're not there to help you out. So just be smart. Listen to your body while also pushing hard. There we go. Before these snatches, make sure your core is super, super tight. If your core is not super tight, you could kind of twist and tweak your back. So to really make sure you're nice and tight the whole time for these. There we go. All right. I've been repping out these snatches. If you have shoulder issues, once again, don't be afraid to do a clean, a little bit lower version of this where we're, coming up to our chest and dropping back down. That's still that explosive hip hinge that we're looking for, just kind of without the shoulder. So that's a perfect, Jane. That's awesome. All right, and then after you're done with that, those weighted dumbbell jumping jacks. If you got a weight, coming to about here with that weight, or whether here or here, but not really necessarily going up and over unless you're absolutely able to. Let's get going on them. Here we go. Whew. They're definitely a little slower than regular jumping jacks. All right. See you, Gary. Good work today. Make it to your meeting. Good to have you. Whew. Also making sure that core is tight on those jumping jacks too. Oh, goodness. All right. And once again, if you need a regression for those jumping jacks, or the weighted jumping jacks, literally just regular jumping jacks and doing 30 of them, I'd be totally happy with. Whew, so that's one time through. We got 10 minutes, 45 seconds to go. I'm gonna start back with the alternating reverse lunges again, kind of restarting that circuit. But all you still doing dumbbell snatches, you got the jumping jacks. And then after the jumping jacks, starting back over to the reverse lunges, all right? Whew. Okay. I'm breathing heavy, holy smokes. Okay. There we go. Oh, awesome. How are we doing? Looking good, guys. Some people working out those reverse lunges. This is where it gets super hard. Oh my gosh, I see you, Ryan. You chugging away at those jumping jacks. Awesome work. Cool. I'm going to get into these push up to plank positions. Oh my gosh. Whew. All right. Go. All right. Oh my gosh. There you go. Oh, see a lot of you working away at those reverse lunges. Awesome. Oh. Once you finish up with those reverse lunges, those planks to push up positions, kind of working our core, working our triceps. Once again, for those, just go as fast as you possibly can. That'll make them way, way, way quicker, less painful. All right, after that, I have half kneeling Arnold press. Oh my gosh, they're gonna be brutal. Start my weak side. Oh gosh, I can't make it past 8 with those now after those darn plank to push up positions. 3, 4, 5, 6. If you start getting really tired on these, or and start really starting to feel pops in your shoulder or something like that, your shoulder's popping, definitely switch to that floor press. I don't want anybody to hurt their shoulder, and pops are never good. Oh gosh, holy smokes. Here you go, Chris, good job on these. Woo! Just under 6 minutes. Awesome. All right, good. All right, so for everybody doing the plank to push up, your next one of those half kneeling overhead presses. For everybody finishing up their overhead presses, we have those supine back lying reverse crunches. Whew. There we go. All right, those ones go fast. Thank goodness. All right. So push up to plank, half kneeling Arnold press, supine reverse lunges, and then dumbbell snatches after that. So once you're done with your back line reverse crunches, go into those dumbbell snatches. Whew. All right. Whew. I feel like the snatches are easier than those jumping jacks. All right. Whew. All right. All right, 3 minutes to go. Remember, in tight core on these snatches, not letting any excessive twisting of our torso, trying to protect our back. There we go. All right. Whew. Looking good, everybody. All right, so we got this half kneeling Arnold presses, from there going into the reverse crunches, then going into the snatches, then going into the jumping jacks. So let's get those jumping jacks. Whew. 2-minute warning. These are really overloading the shoulder on these ones. So on these, I really try to kind of control that eccentric, partly so I don't bash my leg, but also to get a little bit of extra work for our shoulder. All right, here we go. All right. Ooh. That's it for that. 37 seconds to go. Once you're done with your, let's see here. Once you're done with your supine reverse crunches, lying on your back doing those, then it'll be dumbbell snatches, then jumping jacks, and then back to reverse lunges. All right. Last 10 seconds here. Go hard for whatever you got left. Ooh.
3.
There we go. 3, 2, 1. Done. Oh. All right, everybody, rest. All right, awesome job. Whew. All right, so the buyout is 100 burpees. No, just kidding. Just kidding. There's no buyout. You did good if you're done. Great job.